this. And there we go. Hey there, StarCraft fans, it's Friday. Let's go. We hit the weekend as long as you're not working weekends on a retail job or something. I work weekends, but I do remember how Fridays used to mean something to me. What is going on, dude? We got some professional replays to cast for you guys. We got some live games to play. It is summertime. My kids are home. I asked Middle Kid if he wanted to play through the StarCraft campaign. You know, the greatest RTS campaign of all time. And he said he wasn't quite bored enough for that yet. So, he said check back in a couple weeks. So we'll see how that goes. What's up, Rocket? Out on the Purple Dimension. We've got Nim O Noom. IPFF Food is out there too. Gallons singing some Beach Boy music. Brian Wilson did pass away a couple days ago. Incredible musician. Incredible talented guy. We got Psychonauts asking who this is. And we've got Ultra. Massive MVP of the channel, Ultralisk. Ultralisk? Ultra BW. Also, we could call him Ultralisk, I guess. Came through last night with some massive tips out on PayPal. FalconPaladin@gmail.com, at PayPal.com, or just by going to below the stream here on Twitch and clicking donate over PayPal. It's pretty easy to do. So let's do some quick math right here. Let's see. We got them all. We got them here on the notification list. So 33.33 here. I can actually play them too. Da-da-da. Can I do math here? Oh, I messed it up. Calculators, man, they are tough. But like, check this out.
Doom and Gloom donated $33.33. We All Need a Drink donated $32.33.
Are we seeing a theme here?
Coke Zero or whatever donated $31.33. We All Cooked Anyway donated $30.33. So Let's All Just Relax donated $29.33.
And then the finale.
While It All Ends donated $28.33.
There you go. So that's it. Last night we did see Israel launched a major attack on Iran right as the stream was ending. We had YH of all people break the news in chat. Someone I don't trust with stuff like that because he's a chaos goblin, and most of the stuff he says in chat is jokes and trolling. And then Wander comes in and confirms that. I'm like, Wander, you're also a chaos goblin, dude. So then I had to go check out CNN and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this is legitimate. This is actually happening. So major attack. And this is kind of getting a lot of people down. People are worried about possibly nuclear war in the Middle East. I don't know. We'll have to see. I know it was real, Wander. It certainly was. I watched CNN for like 3 hours last night. Had it while I was doing the dishes and working on some other stuff. Had it on. I do not have the news on, people. I do not watch the news, but when stuff like this is happening, I do. Got it, Wander. Thanks for that note. So this adds up to... Oh my gosh. Here's what we're going to do. Okay, here it is. Calculator time. Maths, we start here. We start here, boys. 33.33 plus 32.33 plus 31.33 plus 30.33 plus 29.33 plus 28.33. Okay, so that adds up to a huge total of 184.98. He was trying to get a message out there below the stream there in top donators on the tips list, and that's how that works out. So amazing stuff. Let's update That stream goal for Twitch. That's almost about right on the nose. $300 on the nose here. So we'll update that one. And bam, Purple takes the lead with that massive support from Ultra after yesterday's stream was over. He said his work schedule has changed a little bit. He can't make it to all the streams he used to be able to, so he's just doing this after hours now, which is crazy stuff. Anyway, how's it going, SG? YH wasn't trolling for once. I know! I was also extremely surprised by this. But that's how he keeps you on your toes, right? He doesn't troll all the time, so there's this little tiny bit of, like, doubt in your brain when you hear him say something. You're like, that doesn't sound right. But then you're like, but what if it is this time? It's genius. It is genius level trolling, man. Yo. But yeah, thanks again, Ultra. So this is what Ultra's been worried about. Iran is hitting counterstrikes on Israel. CNN updated 9 minutes ago. There was 2 hours ago. Looks like we're just kind of hitting. Oil prices are going up. Stocks are falling. You know, war in the Middle East is not good for oil prices or good for stocks. I mean, through my life, it's almost been nonstop aggression in the Middle East. And I think for most of humanity's existence, it's been nonstop aggression in the Middle East because that's the cradle of civilization. That's where humanity got started. And so that's where the first murder was, and that's where the first war was, and that's where the first conflict was. And it's never really stopped, has it? We do need Hashim to comment, don't we? So here's Reuters. They say Tel Aviv, Dubai, Washington, Iran. Iran launched 2 retaliatory airstrikes at Israel on Friday night, with explosions heard in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, the country's 2 biggest cities, following Israel's biggest ever military strike against its long-standing enemy. Air raid sirens sounded across Israel as authorities urged the public to take shelter. Missiles were seen over Tel Aviv's skyline, with the military saying Iran had fired 2 salvos. The U.S. military has helped shoot down Iranian missiles that were headed toward Israel, 2 U.S. officials said on Friday. In the Tel Aviv area, Israel's ambulance service said 5 people were treated for shrapnel injuries. Live footage showed what appeared to be a missile hitting an urban area. 1 critically injured woman was admitted to the Belasan hospital. The unprecedented Israeli strikes in Iran and the subsequent Iranian retaliation raised concerns about a broader regional conflagration. Although Iran's allies, Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon, have been decimated by Israel. Well, there you go. So that's happening. The U.S. is in a weird position with this because it's like, for the first time ever, basically, they were saying on CNN, for the first time ever, Israel attacked somebody in the Middle East, and the U.S.'s response was not support. It wasn't specific support. It wasn't even hinted support. It was like, nah, man, you're on your own on this. We're not helping you with this. But then, when Israel gets hit, the U.S. intercepts some of the missiles coming back at them. So that's support. So I don't know, man. Like, pick a lane here, I guess. What's up, Hans? Oh, there you go. So Hans is getting some of that. Yeah, exactly, Superfly. What's up, TL Penn? Yeah, Mr. Penn, if you want to play, what's up, Lucor? That's it. I'm not going to get any deeper into it. I'm just stating facts. That's it. Facts have happened. I'm not getting into any who's right, who's wrong, who's good, who's bad. I'm not doing any of that. We're just getting news here today. Oh, you don't want to see it at all. Okay, fair enough. But, yeah, TL Penn, here's your information. Oh, my gosh. I can know how to type. That is how you join the live games. We do live games every day. I mean, every day we're doing StarCraft, right? 5 days a week. We're doing live games out here. Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yeah, oil prices up, Gallon says. Yeah, Luke, you're for StarCraft. I get it. I'm just, you know, trying to keep our viewers up, up on what's going on in the world out here. So we got that taken care of. else is going on? Oh, so like a straight up legitimate AI developed commercial showed up yesterday, a couple days ago. So we've been talking about the rise of AI, right? So here, we'll run this for a second. This is an ad for a betting site made entirely with AI with Google Veo 3.
They're gonna win, baby!
We're in Florida asking people what they put their money on! I'm all in on OKC!
Indiana got that dog in them.
Will egg prices go up this month?
I think we'll hit $20. How many hurricanes do you think we'll have this year?
Kalshi lets you legally trade on anything, anywhere in the U.S.
OKC!
Indy! OKC!
Indiana gonna win, baby!
Yeah, so that's AI, and that's just the future right there. The guy who made it said that he produced it in 2 days. It costs about 5% of what it would normally cost to make an ad like this with a regular team, with regular humans working on it. And it's the future. That's it. Like, we are toast. We are donezo. That's another industry that is falling to artificial intelligence. And that's all. I mean, that's the story of it, right? This is where we're going in the world today. It's like now commercials, and then we're going to go into little short films, and then we're going to do full episodes of 22-minute TV shows, then hour-long TV shows, and then movies. We're getting there, man. We are getting there. Ah. Sounds good, TT Pen. Ah, Lucor is also a 42-year-old Utah. Nice. Yeah, and so is TT Pen. Yeah, Hans, it's tough, man. What's up, Mega Fercos? You can't... Here's the thing. Right now, you can pretty much tell what's AI, but there will come a day sooner than you hope where you will not be able to tell what's AI and what's real. And your boycott is going to be really, really tough to manage. Just tossing that up there. You don't know what they're advertising. They're advertising betting. You can bet on anything, apparently. Sports, how many hurricanes will be in the hurricane season. I don't know how many missiles will go from Iran to Israel today and how many will go the other way. I assume you can bet on all that stuff too. SG, maybe not wrong. Superfly says, bring the AI entertainment. Yeah, so Hans is like, I know. Right, it's happening fast, folks. We live in exciting times. All right, let's do some StarCraft. StarCraft never makes us unhappy unless our favorite player loses. I guess that happens every once in a while. Well, let's go into replays. Okay, now here's the deal. We're going to do another one of these little, undercast this. Bunch of replays from 2 players, right? Not necessarily full series. We've got Rich and Flash. We've got Rich and Shinee. We've got Quickly and Speed, Minnie and Noelle, Alita and Queen sounds kind of fun. Scan never loses, says Superfly. I know. Lucor, you're absolutely right. Like, that's a future thing that's going to happen. SG is requesting Bisu. Bisu, the man says. Well, do I have any? Got a little bit of Bisu stuff in here. Bisu and Sharp. Bisu and Shiny. Oh, Bisu and Shiny stuff. This is all PvT stuff, though. You guys want to go PvT stuff? PvT. So much Bisu. Against Terrans. Where's my Bisu versus Zerg games, folks? Oh, Zelot and Bisu is definitely that. Okay, you know what? Let's rock. Zelot and Bisu in a 4-game series, folks. Let's check it out. So while I'm getting that ready, be sure to go to Falcon Paladin Plays for all of your Falcon Plays other video game stuff. Right now I'm playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It's a very French video game. It's very good. It's kind of a mix between, it's like a turn-based game with real-time elements to it. So it's kind of like playing a Final Fantasy VII, but also with some Elden Ring stuff going on, and also it was made in 2025. So, hum. SG was the third person to ever sub to Falcon Paladin Plays, and you are a hero for it, sir. Okay, so I just posted the finale of the co-op campaign for Halo 3 that I did with Somicron a couple years ago out there. So if you like Halo, if you like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VII, Last of Us, check it out. All right, so let's get this going. Let's get a prediction rolling for you Gamba heads out there, out on the purple dimension. And I had the microphone volume too low, but you can hear me anyway, right? Right. So it's not too bad, I guess. All right. So Bisu and Zelot. Zelot is fun. He's aggressive. He's crazy. He does weird stuff like getting to Hive Tech and then not getting all of the available Hive Tech. I don't know what's up with that. But top left of our map, we've got a red Zerg player. It's Zelot, and in the bottom right, it is Bisu. And yes, he spells Zealot wrong. Just to make it that harder. Bottom right, Bisu. Top left, Zealot, red and orange. Got a first invitation to the remote job from India, says Jury.
My child, and embrace the glory that is your birthright. Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the Swarm, and that you have been created to serve me.
Because he's a Zerg player. Zerg players can't spell, you know? I don't see much evidence for that, except Zealot, but that's pretty good evidence nevertheless. What are our openings going to be here, folks? Looks probably gate opening. It could just be Bisu going to gate and trying to kill Zealot straight up here. That's entirely possible. We're on Pantheon, in case the map matters to you here. And it's a gate. Yeah, I mean, Bisu loves his early Zealots. A lot of Protoss players do. I just cast a game between Motive and Shine. That's going to come up next week as a standalone because it's a great, great, great game. But Motive opens that gate, gets the Zealot pressure on really fast. Forge is safer against Ling stuff, and it's an overpool. So, I mean, you might have some trouble with early Lings here. Without a doubt. But we'll see. What's nice about overpool is with this Zealot stuff, there's no really tough time to be a Zerg. If you hatch first and your opponent went gate first and then the Zealots show up, there's a little bit of time where you kind of have to defend with drones a little bit, or two Zerglings against a Zealot, and that's never fun, and you hate everything. But when you go overpool, you're fairly safe and you're fairly economical, and honestly, if I was playing Bisu, I'd probably go overpool too, and then I'd lose to the first Zealot, but I would be overpooling, that's for sure.
Awaken, my child.
Hey.
The glory that is your birthright. Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the Swarm, and that you have been created to serve me.
What's up, Shield Battery and TT Pen? TL Pen? Always. I think that's TT Pen. Anyway, thanks for going over from the YouTube side and heading to the Twitch side and following. And there's that third hatch coming down. My goodness, that was like a 230 third hatch. That is zippy, which the probe sees and says, man, if I had a forge, I could cannon rush this thing. Rah. Stick says, some people get Hive just for the Evo upgrades. I don't think I've ever cast a pro player who got the Hive and then only got attack and armor upgrades at level 3. Like, didn't get Cracklings, didn't get a Defiler's Mount, right? I've seen a Zealot game where he went for... What did he get? I think he went for Cracklings, but never got a Defiler Mound or something weird like that. Very strange stuff. T-Pen. Ah, gotcha, TT-Pen. I know Cracklings are a must, but how many PVZs do we see where the Zerg player decides that I don't need a Hive, screw you. I'm going Hydra, Lurker, Ling with no Cracklings. So he's just sacking the third, and he's like, screw it, we ball, because there's no cannon back here. Forge is coming in. Cannon probably needs to start now. Yeah, there it is, but is it too late? This is a lot of lings. Yeah, he just gets a cancel there. This is getting nuts all of a sudden. Gateway getting hacked at. That's what happens when you go for an expansion before your Forge, is that you don't have cannons out in time. When an overpool bunch of lings shows up. Meanwhile, the Zealots are at the natural base, killing a drone, going after that hatchery. The gate's going to die. Did that cannon die? Oh my gosh, the Zealots are dead. The cannon is dead. Bisu! Dude, Zealot! What a decision there. Wow. It's like, well, fine. If you want to force a cancel on my third base, I'm just going to run across the map with 100 Zerglings on 8 drones. I mean, some of them died, so it wasn't 8 initially. 9 drones, probably. And just kill you. And guess what? He went for the greedy expand. He went for the gate, expand into Forge, and then a cannon that was too late to save the day. If he'd gone for gate, Forge, and then a cannon, there'd be 1 or 2 cannons back here. This would have never happened. But because he went for the expansion and felt like, oh, cool, I can just go for an early expansion and force a counterattack out of the Zerg player, I'll be fine. No, that was greed from Bisu getting punished in game 1, going to Zelot. Nicely done. Little fast warm-up there. What's up, Rengar? Yeah, Superfly Soulkey does it as well. A lot. I think a lot of the best Zerg players do that. I mean, no upgrades, right? Just regular Zerglings. Nothing special about them at all. Let's go into game number 2 here between Zelot and Bisu on Dominators. We're on a different map now. Let's get it rocking out there. Again, happy Friday, all. Went to the gym today. Got my Coke Zero on today. Feeling good. All right, Dominator, white Zerg, top side, Zealot. And right side, blue Protoss, Bisu. K-Launcher stuff. Apparently, K-Launcher... Something happened with K-Launcher recently where it was said to, like, install some kind of a virus or some weird tracking software people are worried about. I know that Cross was talking about it in his Discord server, and, I don't know. I've never used it. Oh, right, wrong screen. I've never used it before. Yeah, Sarah, sorry. Sometimes I forget to switch back to the game, but here it is. You didn't miss anything at all. Once again, Bisu looks like he's setting up for another gate opening. 3-player map. So you have an easier chance of finding out where your enemy is. It's a 1 in 2 chance rather than a 1 in 3 chance on a big 4-player map. Let's swinging it down, and bam, it's another gate opening. This is Bisu. I told you, he likes his gate openings. Ooh, and this time it is a hatch first out of our Zerg player, Zealot. So Zealot says, you know what I want. Let's get that macro going here, and I can switch over to a bunch of speedlings later if I want. Zerg is very malleable that way. Very, very flexible. Probe heading on down to do the proby things. And there's the pool. So pool before gas, because he's like, you know, I don't have any idea what this Protoss player is doing. So let's assume it's a 2-gate. Get that pool down. Worry about speed later, because you need Sunkens if it's crazy aggression, and you definitely need Lings if it's crazy aggression. So did they miss each other? I think they might have missed each other there. I know, Gallons, it's over. Sometimes RJB sends me a bunch of them. Bunch of replays in a folder and says, these are good. You should cast them. Dang, SG. No, I hadn't heard about that. Problems with your Mac and StarCraft. Then you had to buy a whole new computer to fix the problem? That seems very weird. So it was working, and then you had to buy a new PC to get it to work again? On the same computer? Or PC? Haha. Drone down. See, this is what I'm talking about. The Zealot shows up. And you don't have any lings yet. And you go, ah. But for some reason, he falls back. I think he had a window there to maybe chase that drone around. Maybe not kill it, but at least cause some problems for it. And then look, 2 Zealots coming home. And a shield battery. I guess he saw there wasn't any saturation really on the second base for the Zerg and was like, this is a lot of lings coming. And it is a lot of lings coming. That's entirely fair. So this time, shield battery's up. Still no forge. Man, I would love there to be a forge, but I guess shield battery's pretty good. Oh, you did buy a PC to play StarCraft on. Hot dang. Yeah, Superfly, for sure. So, I don't... So with the shield battery, look at this. Zelot's just being very careful here. He's like trying to get that run by. It's like if the Zealots want to leave their blocking spot, we will run by you. Shield battery, heal it up, boys. Yes, beautiful healing by the shield battery. Zealots are kind of dying anyway. Shield battery's out of energy. I'm telling you, a cannon would have been a lot better here. Oh my gosh, he's just going to beat him again? Dude, remember when I was like, Zealot can just swap over to speedlings whenever, and then he just did that immediately instead of waiting? Wow. And then GG game number 2. Zealot, this is what he does, man. He will aggress you to death. And then if he's not crazy aggressive, he'll do something like build Guardians off of 2 bases in a PvZ, and then you're like, what is this guy doing? What is going on? Anyway, GG's, man. Wow, that's another big win. Okay, so I have it on decent authority. These next couple games are not as short as this one. But, dude, Zerg players, are we inspired yet? Like, sometimes you can just do that. Sometimes you can just show up with a bunch of lings, and if there's not a cannon, you're probably okay. So we're going to go to Radeon for game number 3. This one is not going to be 4 minutes. So I'm giving you a bit of a spoiler here. Not going to be a 4-minute game. Top right of Radeon, we got a Zerg. Bottom right, we got a Protoss. We know who this is. We've been here with these guys 2 games already. Bisu's died to lings twice in a row, Bisu. Goodness gracious. Bisu can't win, says SG. Ah. Overlord scouting the wrong way, which will keep him alive, which is very, very nice. We'll see what kind of opening we get here from Zelot. See what Bisu's all into as well. He's opened gate twice in a row and gotten smashed both times. No, it's not YH. We just covered the facts at the start of the stream. Gave you credit for breaking it on the stream last night. Talked about how you're a Chaos Goblin. And that was pretty much it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about right now, right? So... Hey, look, it's another gateway opening. Bisu knows what he's doing. He believes in this as an opener against Zerg. It's another overpool from ye old Zergy Zerg Zelot over here. See, now this we talked about this too, YH, how breaking news from YH is about 9 times out of 10 it's trolly, and then the 1 time it's real. And he does that just to keep you on your toes, because if it's all trolly, then you just ignore him. But every time he says something, you have to be like, wait, is this the 1 out of 10 times he's telling the truth? And that one, Giannis to the Raptors is a lie. You can tell because it involves something positive happening for the Raptors. Ha ha! I mean, other than the title they won with Kawhi back in 2019 or whenever that was. Says the Jazz fan. I know. That's how I know. I'm an expert. Zealot on the move out. 2 sets of lings on the way. Good scouting here. Correctly guessed where the Zerg was. Saw the hatchery. Recognized it wasn't done yet. And said, okay. So it was a pool of some kind. Third hatch coming in. Again, about 235 over here. Yeah, no, I honestly think the Pacers can do it. This last game, this game 3 here that put them up 2-1 against OKC, nothing about that game said fluke to me. Nothing about that game said they are not doing that again. They can do it again. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if OKC won it in 6, but I'm just saying, if Indiana wins it at this point, I won't be all that surprised either based on how these first 3 games have gone. Yeah, I think most people had OKC in 5 games, which is really funny because it's not 5 games anymore. Definitely not. Who is calling me? Get out of here calling me, people. Ridiculous. I don't answer my phone. You know that. Third base under attack again. This could be a repeat of game number 1 where the third base is in trouble. And then there's just a run out here. He still doesn't have a cannon. He's got a probe checking to see if any lings are heading down this way. That's a good position, man. That's a great spot for that. Hydra Den, no lair. Going for a Hydra bust here. Look, man, it's Zealot. If it's not Lings, it's Hydras. Yeah, making 1 Hydra to shoot at these guys behind the minerals. I love that. I mean, making a Sunken, but also fine. Make a Hydra. That has some value for you if you're going to Hydra bust later. Okay, good shutdown.
The glory that is your birthright. Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the Swarm, and that you have been created to serve me.
Hey, what's up? Dirty Michael Crow, thanks for following. Goodness, we're getting close to 3,600 followers out here on the Purple Dimension. Excellent stuff. Trying to poke, but that's not really happening, is it? Not so much, no. What are we at? Like 16 more followers before we hit our goal. That's awesome. We are making some good progress over the last couple of weeks. Heck yes, let's go. Yeah, I mean, Halliburton he's a point guard, right? He sets people up. He defends really well. He's got long arms. He's quick. He passes very well. And, you know, he doesn't take a million shots, but he's efficient with what he shoots. He's kind of like Chris Paul. Or like Chauncey Billups, or kind of like a Steve Nash kind of a guy. He's not going to average 30 points a game. I mean, most point guards these days are scoring point guards, right? Shea is the model for a scoring point guard in the NBA today, but Hallie is an old school point guard where, yeah, he shoots efficiently, but he wants everybody else to get involved consistently, and I think it makes the Pacers a pretty dangerous team that way. Yeah, there you go. Dirty Michael says that is how it should play. Yeah, like Brunson, massive scoring point guard. Just in that same model that everybody is these days. All the point guards can score tons. But Halliburton is just old school. Here we go, jumping in. Cannon 1 down. Cannon 2 down. Zealots don't have the speed yet. Don't have the +1 attack yet, dude. He wants to get this cannon. He does get that one. Can he get the forge? If he can get this, I would honestly go for this upgrade. But I think he wants to kill every one of these zealots first. Nope, now targeting the forge. He might have to run out and save it. And dead. Oh, no. That was so close. That was so close. 0 attack. He spent the money and all of that time trying to get that upgrade, and it's gone forever now. Another cannon gets sniped. More desperate cannons coming up all the time. It is 26 drones. He's droning up. He's getting a lair. So I don't think he doesn't think he can win here. There are 4 cannons with a 5th one coming on the back line. Zealots have legs now.
I like your style, friend.
What up, YH? Thanks to the $5 Canadian. Can you listen to the song WT Helly when you're at the gym or something? You might like it. Tongue out, smiley face. Sure, man. I don't know. We'll give it a try. How's it going, Marsara guy? Happy Friday. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. You made it, probably. I assume most people are watching. It is, it's Saturday in some places, but Friday and after work in most places. Templar Archives coming in. We got ourselves an armor upgrade. Oh. Is he just... Wait, what? Yeah, he's just skipping +1, at least for now. Going right for an armor upgrade here. Against these Hydras, I like it. Especially if you're in a defensive position like this. It is Saturday in the Middle East. It is Saturday in Taiwan and Australia and New Zealand and South Africa and North Africa and Mali and the Democratic Republic of Congo and Zimbabwe and Cote d'Ivoire. I don't know why there are so many overlords down here and why we just kind of abandoned them. Because the Zealots are chasing us. That's why. But seriously, Storm is late too. Man is just now getting Storm at 9 minutes. DT moving out. It's not exactly a heavy investment into DT Corsair, but you know, one Corsair and a DT technically is DT Corsair. Yeah, this Corsair's got 2 kills, which is above average. Usually the first Corsair gets like 1 kill and that's it. This guy's got a couple. Scouting in, sees what's up, sees the lair at the 3rd base, sees the Hydra Den. No Queen's Nest at all. 4th base coming in at the 12 o'clock here on Radion. Zealots on the march out. Let's see what they can do. Boom. Look at this guy hiding up here. He could get a DT or a drone kill right now, but I think he wants more. I think he wants this to get saturated more, and then he'll jump in and get like 5 drone kills. It's riskier. It's later. You might just get spotted and killed before that happens because there's overlords and hydras here. So yeah, he goes for 3. 1, 2, 3. Not too greedy, but doesn't go for low results either. That was kind of smart. Crap? Is the C word crap, YH? Please don't do that. My kids will think less of me. My kids are teenagers, man. What am I talking about? Oh, ka. Yeah. Okay, you do that, sir. A lot of Hydras out. This is feeling very much like a Hydra Lurker play until the end of time from Zealot, which you know how I feel about this. Protoss gets their tier 3. Why doesn't Zerg get their tier 3? Because they don't have to. Because it's hard to control Defilers, and they're really good, but they take a lot of APM. And if you just make a million Hydras and Lurkers and plop them down somewhere, it's easier to control and harder for the Protoss to deal with. But if the Storm is out, I mean, at this point, I would go into Reavers if I was Bisu. Just get Reavers out, man. It's Hydras, it's Lurkers all day. Reaver shots connecting on big groups of Hydras, picking off Lurkers from distance. It's a nice contain here. Psystorm is good. Dragoons are good, but man, Reavers are really good at this. Really good at this. And you're right, he does need a third base. He's not going to win this thing being on 2 bases while Zealot is on 4. I mean, third base over here is an option. I think so, YH, yeah. If you start leveraging AI for your conversations online, then people just assume you're using AI for every conversation they have with you online. I think that's fair to say. So it does sneak down. This is all covered up. Drop in the main, though. Oh, boy. All right, Bisu in a lot of trouble. Lurkers and Hydras in this position. Zealots and Storm are going to be good. And actually, this is a pretty solid clean out. Pretty solid clean out here. Not too bad. Looks like the probes got pulled. Still 47 probes there. Nice setup. And then a giant attack into the 4th base that has nothing at it. Not a single lurker, not a single sunken. Aw, Zealot, you got so greedy too. You got so greedy too. Ah, Joe. And they get the hat. No, 50 HP on that hatch. Send one Reaver up there to kill it. Drop a Reaver on that thing and take it down. See, once again, Reaver's good. Another drop. Speaking of drops, by the way. Another drop down here. Bisu in a bad position to handle this right now. He's gonna lose. Looks like pylons, the observatory and pylons are the target here. If he can take this base down, that would help. But also his main base is dying. Yeah, this is bad, man. These drops. We don't see drops nearly as much as I feel like we should. They should just be in every game. Because even if you know your opponent's going for drops, you're not going to stop all of them. It's too hard. Oh, man. This Psystorm Apocalypse at the 4th base is massive, though. Holy haralabob. That was bad. And then you come in here and you poke the hatchery twice and it dies. All right. So, still haven't cleaned this. Ah, the main Nexus is dead. What is happening? I thought he was doing better than this. Hydrazin to the 3rd base as well. No, probes transferring over here. They thought it was safe. It was not safe. Dude, Bisu's in a lot of trouble. He lost his main Nexus. This base is in a lot of trouble. Lurkers are getting burrowed in this position. No! No, Bisu, no! Alrighty then. Alrighty then. This is ridiculous now. 91 to 79 supply. Zerg player is up. Zerg player's got a new base down. Look at this expansion location. This is right on top of the natural base of the Protoss. That's horrendous. What's up, Mikola? Mikola? Mykola? Yeah, Bisu's in all of the trouble known to Bisu kind, and he taps out. Ah, man, I still think Reavers would have been really, really helpful here. And yeah, Zealot. I love Zealot so much because it's like, yes, Hydra Lurker, it loses its effectiveness over time. But if you're dropping a bunch of Hydras and Lurkers on someone's base, suddenly they have to move their whole army out of position to deal with it. And then you can get a counterattack somewhere else. And you can even take down the enemy Nexus if you keep at it. And that was just a really, really excellent job of using Lurkers and Hydras with no Defiler stuff at all. And taking down a Protoss as good as Bisu is. So the outproduction, getting out-killed. Structures raised 15-1 is a big deal. And the outspend by the Zerg in about 17 minutes will get it done too. So let's head on to the final game between these two players. Let's see who wins this one. So here, again, I say this every time, but this is not a best of series. As we can see, because the first 3 games were bam, Zealot, Zealot, Zealot. Right out. Let's get a new prediction rock in. And we're on Minstrel for game number 4. Right side, bottom, we got a white Protoss player. It's Bisu. Top left, we have Zealot. I mean, Flash was supposed to compete in ASL 19. He just had wrist injuries that prevented it. So hopefully he's been taking care of his wrists. And hopefully he's in shape for ASL 20. Because that would be awesome. I mean, I think everybody's just waiting with bated breath for the return of Flash to the ASL. They want to see him play Bisu. They want to see him play Sulky. They want to see him play Snow and Jaedong and Light and like everybody. They want everyone to like match up. Match up and see. It's like you gotta beat Flash in an ASL to be really crowned the Bonjour, apparently. That's what's going on with Sulky. People are trying to sook somebody in the Discord server because it's Friday and you can sook people. So, Overpool versus Gate here on Minstrel, 2-player map. Safe options for both. We'll see when the Forge comes down from Bisu, though. Hey, what's up? The Daft PL. SCR chart for replays. Does that still work? I don't know. I get all of my replays from RJB, who gets them from the players. I'm not sure if that works anymore. BWReplays.com disappeared like 3 years ago. And I miss it so much. It said it was going to come back. Oh, now it's just down. Now it just doesn't even resolve anything. So that never, ever, ever, ever came back. Third hatch coming in down the left side. I'm trying to find replays. Alright, Zealot says we got some wings out. But look, a cannon's coming up earlier this time. Aha! See? This isn't done. We got a forge before the expansion, and now we're making a cannon, and now we're okay. So Bisu's like, alright, this barcode is somewhat aggressive. It could be Zealot. Let's just be safer this time. delay our expansion. Yeah, J. Dot. You have to worry about brain injuries. I don't know if StarCraft 3... Actually, StarCraft 3 is happening. It's going to be a mobile game. Because they gave the license to a mobile game developer and said, go nuts with it. So thanks for that, Microsoft. You guys make an Age of Empires 4, but don't give us a StarCraft 3. Cool. Appreciate that, guys. How's it going, Afkatinus? Check out General in the Discord. I sooked somebody out in General in the Discord. Hey, look, third base getting hit again. This has been happening a lot today. But Zerg's won anyway. This might actually be the... it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Zealots aside, not has so many Zealots, though. I don't think you want to fight this with this many Lings. At the top of the ramp, maybe? Nope, doesn't even want to do that. I sooked someone, Psychonauts. Are you not familiar with the tradition of sooking in the Discord server? What's up, Tiger Fangs? Hydra's Endlings versus Zealots are way better. How's it going, Tiger Fangs? Happy Friday. So sooking. So many years ago, there was a lot of bloodlust in the server to ban somebody. Because we don't have a lot of troublemakers in the server. So people don't really get banned ever, hardly. I think maybe 3 people have been banned straight up for what they've done in the server. We've banned some people for like mass raiding us and being really annoying, but that doesn't really count. So I said if we can find someone that joined the server and has never said anything in over a year of being on the server, then we can ban them. So the first person we banned for that was Sook. And there's attrition every Friday. You can nominate one person who fits the criteria to be sooked, and I will sook them if you get one other nomination. If you get someone to support your nomination. Rather. So we sooked them. I don't even know how to pronounce this name. It's Tegucigalpa. Tegucigalpa means JP is the name, and bam. Banned out. Well, now you know, Psychonauts. YH has never been banned. I think, YH, what you mean to say is check out the... Check out the Say 3 Words game in Discord, because I can see that. What the heck? What is this? This is apparently me if I was Slavic. According to ChatGPT. That StarCraft looks weird, but it's pretty close, isn't it? Barcode and barcode. I don't know exact... worker counts look pretty good. What does chat say? Oh, gosh. You're gonna love that sawing of good nailed vit. Okay, the words don't make any sense. You'll be banned forever. Yo, Raider Prime 2 giveaway. We really struggle with written words, don't we? Look, Yurch is here. And also, Bert Tim Shecrow is here, too. Okay, that's weird stuff, man. No, I'm not a believer in ChatGPT at all. So not YH. We do have a thread under memes for AI-generated art, AI and meme stuff. So I posted it in there. If you want to post future chat GPT memes in that channel, I'll more easily be able to see them. Anyway, what's going on? Zelot's got a 4th base. Hydro Lurker contained. We saw this in the previous game. Bisu had a hard time getting a 3rd. Hey, hey, hey.
You the man, Falcon.
Hey, Cardiox. Thank you. Thank you for the re-up of your membership at the Hydralisk level for 18 months. That is 2 babies. That is like having 2 babies in a row. So let's update the YouTube support here. There we go. Looking good. YouTube red support. Yeah, SG doesn't welcome AI. A lot of people are pushing against the rise of AI. And, like, I get it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's happening anyway. Like, no one can stop it. It's coming. It's like the people that were like, oh, cars are loud and dirty and they pollute the air and you have to put gas in them and horses are way better. And then society said, we're doing cars now. And everyone was like, oh, okay, yeah, cars, right? That's just what AI is. It's coming regardless. Zelot has map control. Bisu doesn't have a 3rd base, and I'm not sure how he gets one easily at this point. I just don't see it. The Corsairs are trying to find damage. These Zealots are trying to find damage. What's up, Alberto? Oh, nice. Synchronize with my stream while you're working on university. Hey, man. I know how limited your time is when you're a student. I was there. I was a student once. So that's awesome. Glad it's working out. Good to see you on a Friday as well. All right, this is Bisu trying to break out and get a 3rd base. Not necessarily even try to win here, I don't think. But yeah, Lurkers against Dragoons with range, with 1/1 upgrades, with detection. Ah, is he dropping again? Big old drop again. Right in. Ah, Zealot, you are a monster. Into the natural base, too. This one gets cleared out a little bit more easily. This one's still going. That's an 8-kill Lurker down there. These Hydras getting some damage done. 3 kills on that Hydralisk. 8 kills on that Lurker. And he tries to get the Overlords out of there because they do, you know, represent. Wait, he's sending the Obs out. This Lurker is still doing stuff, and there's no detection. Bring the Obs back in. There you go. Bring them back in. I didn't kudos anybody for watching the stream. Just said I'm glad it worked out. And I'm glad you can watch the stream too, YH. Lurker out of, oh man, out of the distance of that storm, not getting hit. Only 2 kills on it. Spine on these probes would be nice. No, he's not. He's not target firing properly there. That's okay. He's got a lot of other stuff worried, or to be worried about here. No sign of a Queen's Nest. He just loves the Hydra Lurkers, man. Forever. AI Doom debates. What? What the heck is an AI Doom debate? Like, you just mean, like, is AI going to be the doom of us all? Or do you mean, like, Doom, the video game, being run on AI? I think, based on context, I assume you mean, like, doom and gloom debates about humanity. Sounds good, Acardiox. Hope you enjoy your vacation. Where are you going, if you don't mind sharing? Max told us he's in Mexico. Yeah, BioCarry, it's true. The AI driving is not quite where people would hope it would be at this point, but it's doing pretty well in other areas. Psy stormed up. Attack at the 4th base. Hydra. Man, a couple Sunkens here would be super nice to have. But he's just eating storms right to the face over and over and over again here. 135 to 105 supply. Bisu's feeling pretty good. He's up about 30 supply on the Zerg player. Has to evacuate. His Queen's Nest is here. He is getting a hive now. Ah, you're in Japan, Acardiox. That's awesome. Enjoy your vacation. That's super cool. Okay, so J-Dot says, yeah. So what do the debates say about this, J-Dot? Because I think it's happening. Here's my take in a nutshell. AI doesn't have to take everybody's job. People that are like, AI is not taking my job, it's like, okay, fine. But if AI takes 40% of all the jobs in the world, the economy collapses, society collapses, and we all die. Congratulations, your industry didn't get taken over by AI, but everything's bad now. You know what I mean? It's not an all or nothing thing. This is not a AI takes every job or they don't take any jobs. If they get to a certain threshold, we are toast. Toast with the most. And as I've said over and over, I think at that point, if we're generating enough value from the robots, we tax the people owning the robots, set up UBI, and maybe we're okay. Because otherwise, I don't know what the outcome is. Aloberto says people are overestimating the AI. I hear ya. I hear your opinion. But just seeing what Veo 3 for Google has been doing over the last couple weeks now, it's been very new, and it is going to murder the advertising industry. And then from there, the TV industry, and from there, the movie industry. It's going to kill it. That's a lot of jobs, folks. It's not going to get better. Look, Joe, here's the thing. Either you tax the people who have the robots or society collapses. And then the people that own the robots don't have anyone to sell their stuff to anymore, and they lose capitalism. So, like, I don't know. Is that an appealing outcome for them? I'm not sure that it is. And maybe you can't convince them to do that initially, but I think once they see the reality that they're faced with, then things will change. It's oversaturated. Yeah, could be.
I like your style, friend.
Thanks for the $5 Canadian YH. If ChatGPT ever goes too far and turns on us, I'll pour Coke Zero on its motherboard. Right. That is one plan. Okay, so Zelot. Hive Tech for the first time today. This is the 4th game of a PvZ series, and this is the first time he's gone for Hive. So he's got a Defiler round. His Adrenal is done. Good man. Don't forget about that. Yes, and yes, J-Dot. Anytime there is new technology, there's a race to be the first to get on it, right? So yeah, China's heavily involved in that for sure. Yeah, Forza says digital marketing is dead because of AI. Right, it is. And then who's next is the question. I'm a Slavic robot. I mean, there's worse things I could be. Bisu. Trying to march up this right side. Cracklings are here. Psystorm is almost the only answer you have to Cracklings. Like, if you didn't have Psystorm, I don't know how you handle, like, 100 Cracklings jumping on this army, you know? So, backside attacks. Drones get evacuated from the position. Like I said earlier, this is an open area. It sucks to take this base, but the same thing can be done over here to Bisu. So, if Zelot wants it, he can take it. Right, Superfly. Okay, here's the thing, though. You start a business around what AI can do. Do you hire employees for your business, or do you use AI for your business? It's not that there's no human involvement needed at all. It's that there is a lot less human involvement needed. Like the advertisement that I showed you... Here, this one, right? This one, this Veo ad that I showed you. One person made this. So it's like you say, people are going to start businesses.
Will egg prices go up this month?
I think we'll hit $20. How many hurricanes do you think we'll have this year?
Right? So you're saying people will start businesses around AI. Yeah, they will. One dude made this ad. So you can have a one-person advertising agency instead of an advertising agency with 100 people or 50 people. The jobs go away. is what I'm concerned about here. Not all of them, but enough of them that then we have 40% unemployment and everything is bad. Kronichi's like, I just feel bad about everything. Fair enough, dude. Yeah, exactly, Forza. That's the call. That's the call. Exactly. You made my point for me before I did, so thanks, man. Jobs always go away, says Superfly. You can be a plumber. Yeah, but not everyone can be plumbers. It's like, yes, you can be a plumber, you can be an electrician, but it's like, how many people feasibly do we need to be plumbers and electricians? Again, this is not robots will take every job, but if they take enough jobs, everything falls apart. This is something that I think people struggle to grasp. Everybody likes to think of things of black and white, right? All the way or nothing. So they hear AI is coming for the jobs and they think, well, not all the jobs. And it's like, no, not all the jobs, but enough of the jobs that it's bad. Which is somewhere in the middle, and it's nuanced and it's more complicated to understand. Wander. All right, so Bisu's in this game. He made it to 20 minutes for the first time today against Zelot, but Zelot is bringing everything. Cracklings. He's got the Dark Swarm. He's got the Plague. This guy's going to Plague. Plague-oo! Beautiful Plague. Oh, a second Plague, too, on these Dragoons. Unhappy Dragoons. Look at all this red coming in on those guys. Plague is so good. Such a good spell. Overpowered spell, without a doubt. Yeah, I mean, Pigskin makes a good point. Good snipe on that hatchery. That is an option. I'm not sure how they make it work, though. Oh, Crackling versus Zealot versus Hatchery. It's building, so that helps. Oh, and he saves it. This thing is very injured, though. Look at this. 82 hit points left on this hatch when it pops. That's crazy. Dark Swarm. Defense. Archons are here. Obs are here against the Lurkers. High Templar storming it up. We need some Zealots inside that Dark Swarm against these Lings, or a couple Archons or something. There you go. Zealots clean that thing out. Looking pretty good. And yes, J-Dot, I'm with you on that 100%. More Hydras and Lings running into this weird base that's open to the backside. I think he's going to save this. Also, this base is alive, which is great. 189 to 132 supply, though. Bisu's in a good spot. He's got good base count. He's got a decent economy at 50 probes. He's not crushing it economically, but better than you would expect here at 22 minutes with how much has gone on and how late his third was. All expanding up this right side has been great. He's got the Reaver tech out now and the High Templar tech. He's got everything he needs to win this thing. And if he splits the map in half, he's good. But look at this. Zealot taking the top and the bottom base means he is on the higher base count. 2 extra bases that Bisu does not have access to. Although, I guess this base died. Anyway, back to this engagement. Zerglings on the attack. Too many Zealots. Like, you can plague them, but he was hoping for a Dark Swarm position. Instead, he ran into a Plague position. Didn't have enough Lings for that. And has got to fall back. Knocking down the eggs to give himself an attack path through this mineral field. It's a single file only, but it does get you in a position where maybe the Zerg player wasn't ready for this. He sees it. There's the Consume. Knight is going to help out. Dark Swarm is up. But there's DTs inside this Dark Swarm, sir. I love seeing DTs inside this Dark Swarm. That's fantastic. More Archons coming in. Nidus has got a couple Lings popping out. 1 or 2 at a time here. Lurkers burrowing in. Abject Chaos on display in this spot. Dragoons sitting inside the Dark Swarm. Pretty happy about it. This base looks like it's going to die. Bisu's in a great position. 194 to 115 supply. Going to kill yet another hatchery. That's 2 hatches killed. No Nexus down. He's taking the advantage that Zealot had and is throwing it in the toilet. 21 kill Archon is pretty good, man. My goodness. Yeah, this might be it. Unless, no, DTs and Reavers over on this side too, man. I mean, this is... He can't find a base to kill. There are 2 High Templar and a bunch of cannons here. Reaver can easily transfer from this base to this base thanks to this ramp connecting them. The 6 o'clock base looks like it's in a lot of trouble too. Couple Sunkens causing some issues. Lurkers burrowing in, but no Dark Swarm on those suckers. Let's storm them first and get on in. There you go. Yeah, man. Bisu's worked hard for this win, Wander. I think he's got it. That worker count, that overall supply count, the bases that keep dying, the size storms. Yeah, man, there are games where storms look overpowered, and there are games where they look like it's just never going to be enough against a good Zerg player. It looks good, but it's just not enough to win. Further upgrades coming in from everybody. Archon's at 3-2-2 upgrades. The Lurkers are at 3-3. So many of the Zerglings are at 3-3. Hey, guys. Hey, Zerglings. 3-2. Almost 3-3. So everyone's got good upgrades. I can't complain about that at all. Yeah, that free-for-all yesterday was a banger, dude. RJB getting ling rushed by Philandy, forced to lift off his command center to a corner and just become Nuke Man for the next hour and a half was nuts. And then he transitions from being Nuke Man into winner of the free-for-all. There are some Can I Play Please victories that have been like that, but they're very few and far between. I mean, these are some nice Archon kills. This base being alive is awesome, but this base is dead, and we're heading down to take this one, which just got retaken and is in a lot of trouble. Yeah, Reaver shots. Ooh, it's never good. Yeah, Reaver shots around the mineral field here. Zealot. I love adding DTs in the mix-up. I said that already. GG. Zealot taps out, and Bisu is our winner. So, yeah, much, much better game here from Bisu. Able to get that 3rd base up. Able to get a 4th base rolling and get into the Reaver tech and get DTs out and get Size Storm and get to all that combination that is so hard for Zerg to deal with. It is tough in the hands of a good Protoss, and that's why somebody like Zealot tries to kill Bisu fast, because late game against Protoss for somebody like Zealot is tough. The outproduction by a 3-to-1 ratio, but a 5-to-1 kill death ratio here from Bisu is impressive. Structures raised 14-10 in favor of the Protoss. The outspend by the Zerg is good, but not good enough. All right. Good, good, good. All right. So that is a GG. 3-1 is the victory set up there. And let's head over to that replay folder and get out. Okay, so let's mix it up for the last couple games of the live or the replay portion here. Bisu, somebody did say Bisu Shinee might be a fine idea. Can't say I disagree with that concept. Like Shinee a lot. YH votes for Chaos. I mean, yeah, I mean, my theory about the future is pretty simply, I think eventually the robots and the AI take enough of the jobs that there is mass unemployment and starvation in America and most places. And it's bad. It's bad for a while. And then eventually the people who own all the robots can figure out that, oh, I guess if everyone's starving to death, nobody's buying our stuff and our profits don't go up. So then they agree for the taxation, the UBI, we can keep the charade going for a while, and then they're happy because the numbers go up again. And then everything kind of solidifies to a good place there, but I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. That's just how I see it going. Okay, so let's head over to this Bisu versus Shinee stuff. Yeah. Got a bunch of them. We won't get through all of them today, but let's do a couple of them. Anyway, what do we want to do here? Which ones of these do we want to select? Let's get this one on Polypoid. Bisu and Shinee on Polypoid. See if they're playing under their names. Can't remember the last time I saw Bisu playing anything other than a barcode. Not kidding. Ah, Gallons picked Bisu in that last game. Nice job, Gallons. Top right of Polypoid, it's a purple toss. It is Bisu. Bottom left, it is a red Terran. His name is Shinee. How's it going, Zion? Or how do you pronounce your name? Zion? 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 There's a lot of options here. Right, wrong place. Boop! We're back. We're back in the game. Polypoid is here. Can't. Well, okay. Like Zion Williamson. Man, on the list of most talented guys to come in the NBA, but also who can't stay healthy or, like, stay in shape. There's a lot of those dudes. Wasted talent. That's the one. Somebody send a probe out. Let's do some scouting, guys. How does that sound? Gonna play blind. And he's got serious legal issues. It's true, Psychonut. Zion is not in a good place. I feel bad for New Orleans, man. Like, nobody saw this happening. Nobody saw Zion turning into this big of a problem. Yeah, J-Dot, true facts. Although, I don't know, J-Dot, maybe if we can get some younger people in Congress and other congressional leading, like, parliamentary bodies across the world, it might help. It's just, unfortunately, the boomer generation is ginormous, and they vote for other boomers, and so all of our people in charge are old, and they do not understand technology at all. You ever watched a congressional hearing about the internet? They don't have any idea what's going on. They are way out of it. There are old people who know what's happening. They're not in Congress. Allbrand says the Gamba is up. It is. How about some Gen Xers? Can I ask for some Gen Xers in Congress? How many Gen Xers are in Congress? Like one? Wander? I'll be right back. All right, we're back, folks. Looking good out here. Yes, we are looking good out here. Pretty fast starport coming in for our guy Shinee. I imagine that's going to be a vulture drop of some kind. Spider mines have now finished. Vulture speed starting now. Protoss has a second base, but did go for Dragoon range pretty quick. Observatory, worried about the spider mines as always. Yeah, I don't know about law school, man. I think Dragoons just die when they die, like Phoenix, OKG. But no. Like, seriously. I've seen some reports that law is getting taken over by AI as well. Like, law is able to generate briefings, create reports, file lawsuits, like, write all that stuff up. And, right, again, it's not taking the job of, like, really skilled lawyers right now, but it is taking the job of lower-level people who just kind of write stuff up for the bigwig. And those are jobs that are being taken by AI. And so I just... everything's in danger. See, Wander knows. Medicine is to... Forza, that's a bummer. Wait, Wander, are those numbers for U.S. Congress? There's 41% Gen X representation in Congress. Okay, that's way better than I thought it was, Wander. Good deal. Excellent. Nice job, Gen X. I thought you guys were more checked out than that. Drop up the right side. The vultures are here. No cannons back here. Dragoons in the general area, but probes are dying at an alarming rate. Dropping more of them into the main. Probe, yes. Probe down, probe down, probe down. Oh, this is really disastrous for Bisu. Man, I love Shinee. This is a... Okay, that was brutal. That is a 6-kill vulture. And he's spider mining up the base. Good micro by Bisu. Triggering it, and then... Took the hit there. Didn't matter. Not enough to kill him. Good golly. Yeah, vulture drops. Pretty good, as it turns out. Senate is 61% boomer, 28% Gen X. Yeah, and those numbers will change. The boomers are dying off. They're old at this point. Thousands and thousands of people in the boomer generation are dying every day, but there are a lot of them. So, gonna take a while. Stargate, pretty early Stargate coming in. Did he scout this? He has not scanned this. Working on... Oh, he's working on air weapons. Carriers it is, folks. Carriers it be here on 3 bases on Polyvoid. No third gas. It's another scan. We got to play the game of when does he recognize that it's carriers that are happening. I don't think yet. I don't think he has scanned the main base yet. This is the last Coke Zero of the day, YH, and then we're into ice water after that. Okay, there's your scan. There it is. So Stargate Flea Pickin' is caught in the scan. He knows what it is now. So now, Armory, waiting on that to come in. Got some Goliaths. That's what's going to happen here. Joe's like, oh no, there's carriers. I'm going to lose now. Phil! I know. GG, man. I know you were worried about that the other day. Yesterday, was it? You came in chat. You were worried about passing your butcher's exam, and you did it. That's awesome news. I know this whole apprenticeship has been, like, the worst thing, but glad it came through in the end, man. That's fantastic. I'm so happy. I drink gallons of water a day, J-Dot. And a lot of Coke Zero. I am constantly drinking something. Gotta stay hydrated out here, folks. It gets hot in the summertime. Yeah, but Superfly, Coke Zero doesn't have any sugar in it. What are you talking about? Okay, third base landing out. Got a Wraith to help deal with shuttle shenanigans. And feasibly could make a lot of Wraiths to deal with these carriers too, but that probably isn't going to happen because it's so rare. You know, look at this. Fourth base coming up left side. This ops positioning is disgusting. So good. Yeah, Shod Foe. 2v2s. Co-op custom matches. Yeah, we do some custom matches. Custom maps during the stream here too, a little bit later. Very fun stuff. Yeah, carrier production happening. Goliath's Charon boost is done. Goliath here. Not going crazy with it though, and he knows it's hybrid. You can't just go straight into mass Goliath here because there's going to be a lot of Zealots and Dragoons and Storm running around. So you do want some tanks, Vultures, to deal with the ground stuff, and then the Goliaths for the air stuff here. The mix is tricky to deal with and can be tough to figure out. But so far, so good. Yeah, Cherry Coke Zero. That's what I drink. It's the best. Everybody agrees it's the best. It's the best of the Coke Zeros. Dropship containing absolutely nothing gets wiped out. Carriers are arrived. We've got a +1 attack on those suckers. A +2's coming in. The ground units have 0 upgrades. The Terran has a +1 mech with a +2 and a +1 coming up behind it. 4 Goliaths at a time on the way. 3 more factories getting tossed up. Ah. You have an aversion to the sweeteners used in the Zero versions. The aspartame or whatever it is. Nice, Phil. Glad to hear you're getting better pay. Gonna work at the family place. That's awesome. Very cool. Oh, Ultra says there's a gifted sub sale going on Twitch. What's that discount, Ultra? Like 30% discount on gifted subs on Twitch? Sounds good, Phil. Enjoy the rest of your night, man. Party hard, dude. Big day for you. 35% off. Hot dang. That is a good deal for a gifted sub on Twitch. Gallons. Fourth base coming down the right side here from Bisu. He's got like... Okay, he's got exactly 4 carriers. What do they charge you for that, YH? Like $50 delivery fee? I would charge you like $100 to get all that stuff. Big carrier attack down the left side here. Looking good. Can't quite get up the ramp with the Goliaths because there's a traffic jam on the ramp. Zealots on top of SCVs. Man, these carriers, dude. These carriers are looking scary. The command center is going to die. These Dragoons are going to take it down. Counterattack of Vultures up into the third base. There's 1 cannon there. That's not enough against +2 attack Vultures, but also some Dragoons on defense there as well. So what's... Yeah, but what's the delivery fee, though, YH? Like, just overall. One charge. Yeah, so what's the charge? Like, what % of the overall food bill is delivery, because I swear the like 2 times I've used food delivery, it's like 40% of the amount I spend on food goes to delivery. And it's like, why would I do this? Why does this make any sense to do this? I go pick up my own food, thank you. Nobody delivers here. Well, $5 isn't bad. So $5 of 20. It's like a 25% delivery fee. Ugh, nice snipe on the science vessel. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Uber Eats. Further attacks coming in from the carriers. The upgrades are +2 with a +3 coming in. Good to know, Ultra. And, right, so they already jack up the price of the food items, and they charge you for the delivery. It's ridiculous is what it is. I do not use these apps at all. Trying to get a new 4th base down at the 6 o'clock, but no, says Bisu, shutting that thing down. Shiny's in trouble, folks. He may be up about 6 supply, but the carriers are big time. Bisu hasn't lost a base yet, expanding to the 12 o'clock here too. Shiny's left side, 3 o'clock is gone, and the 6 o'clock is not happening either. Chinese food delivery drones are amazing. Dude, do they have food delivery drones now? I know they were kind of working on it a couple years ago. That's crazy. Well, maybe that's cheaper, because drones don't need to get paid as much as humans do. Hey, taking another job. That sounds so cool. Now, if we ever get drone-delivered food in America, I'm going to be tempted to do that. All right. Shiny's in trouble, man. He's trying to double expand up this top left corner, but he just lost his 3 o'clock again.
I love the smell of napalm.
Oh, no. Is it one of these again? It's going to do it again or just the one?
I love the smell of napalm.
It's going to run through the whole thing. Ultra! Thanks for gifting. How many subs was that?
I love the smell of napalm.
6 tier 1 subs out here on the Twitch Purple Dimension. Carriers trying to do what they can.
I love the smell of napalm.
Napalm everywhere for eating purposes. Shiny's got a lot of Goliaths left. The Cloaked Wraith Ball jumps in. No way! He gets the detection. He snipes down the carriers.
I love the smell of napalm.
Oh, that's it. Dude, we thought these Bisu carriers were unstoppable. There's the sponge bath announcement. Sometimes it does all those individually, and sometimes it just does the sponge bath. But thanks, Ultra. Yeah, let's get a hype train going.
I like your style, friend.
And then J-Dot. $5. Is that Australian? What is an A stand for? I'm gonna follow her for a while. First time watching live. Well, good. Glad you enjoy the consistent work. Glad you could make a live stream. That's crazy. All right. Drones don't unionize yet. All right. Let's get some calculator stuff going real quick here. Super fast. We've got other things to do. So 330. And bam, Twitch goal updated, YouTube goal updated, automatically looking fantastic. So, Shiny is going to get away with these bases because he went Cloaked Wraith and sniped out those carriers. That was hot. Somehow, some of the carriers escaped. I don't know if the Wraiths are running out of energy or what. But that was incredible. Ooh, it could be Argentine peso. That's true. Or Armenian. Ah, so they make me give the discount, Ultra? Is that what's happening here? Twitch doesn't take the hit? That sounds about right for Twitch. All right, all right. Good attack in here. A bunch of probes die. It's still 60 to 47, though, in favor of the Protoss. Plus, Dragoons are messing up everything in the top left here, causing major issues. These Dragoons, yeah, more Dragoons are coming. So despite the very nice Cloaked Wraith attack on those carriers, Shiny's still in a lot of trouble. It is Australian. Nice. Got Australian in chat. Excellent. Well, good. Thank you for the support out there. Australian dollars. Don't get those very much. Yeah, man. This is kind of disappointing. Oh, he's back in. He gets one of the obs. He gets the other obs. He does. But there's a third obs in there. And a fourth obs. Yeah, Bisu's like, you can't do this to me again. It's like, he doesn't know about the other obs. And the race, I think, all died. There's another one here, too. Yeah, Bisu overmade obs because he's like, you're not doing that to me again, sir. That is not happening. Not even close. So good attempts here by Shinee, but he's down 200 to 140 supply. His bases are all dead, except for the 6 o'clock, which is nice to have. That's going to provide him a little bit of value. Now it's just boring Goliaths against these carriers instead of awesome Wraiths, which are so cool. Yeah, Siege Tanks keeping the Dragoons and Zealots away. High Templar 2. Carriers using this high ground vision to hide from the Goliaths. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch is being Twitch would be my guess. You know, YH, anything you put in chat we assume is copy-pasted from ChatGPT. Don't worry about it. You don't have to apologize. Bam. Katie. Okay, a little bit hits there from Spider Mines. Doing all right. But if Bisu gets down on the 6 o'clock here, Shiny's just going to have to tap out. He's really nice carrier micro here. Like, fantastically well executed. Spider Mines keeping that ground stuff away, but ground stuff also keeping this red ground stuff away from the carriers as much as they can. But now they have to come up a ramp, and you just kind of snipe down the command center as you do repair on this CC, trying to keep it alive while the carriers burn it down. Not enough, and bam. Command center down. I don't know what Shiny's got left here, guys. He's at 107 supply to 190 from Bisu. 60 to 30 workers is abysmal as well. Yeah. Sorry, Jay. I can't do Australian. I really can't. I can do some accents. Australian is not one of them. Oh, nice sneaky Goliath attack. Gets 2 carriers with that attack. He's doing his best to try to stay in this thing. Hey, AI, be nice and don't enslave humanity. I don't know that the enslaving humanity thing is going to come from AI. I don't think that's in our future. But the other stuff I've talked about today, I do feel is true. Psystorm coming in at 23 minutes from Bisu. It seems late. Yeah, Bisu's here. He's here. He's here. Ground armies kind of struggling with all of these tanks, which is fair. Shinee doesn't have enough money to rebuild the 6 o'clock, so he's got to long distance mine, which is never a good feeling in a PvT against... Yeah, there we go. GG. Against Bisu, and bam. Carriers get the win, but there were cloaked wraiths killing carriers in this game. And they couldn't get it done in the end. That is so sad. That is such a sad ending. What's up, Savior Sword? Would I live in the Matrix? Do I know I'm in the Matrix? I mean, we could be in the Matrix right now, because remember, initially the Matrix gave the people a perfect life, but then the human brain rebelled against that concept. So the machines gave us flawed lives, which is what we have now, and we were happier with it. So, in short, we're probably in the Matrix right now. That's the whole point. There's no difference. There's no difference between our life now and what the Matrix is. All right, round 2, Shakuris Plateau. Bottom right, we've got Bisu. Top left, we have Shinee. What's up, Abel? He sees like Neo from the Matrix. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Yeah, the blue pill is stay in the Matrix. The red pill is get out of the Matrix and see the truth. Yeah, I just don't see the point in saying, yes, I'd like to be in the Matrix when we are in the Matrix right now. David says the truth will set you free. So, Savior Sword, are you asking if I would take the red pill or the blue pill in the Matrix? Because I thought your initial question was, would you want to live in the Matrix? Because, again, indistinguishable from today's life, so it's not really a question. We're doing it now. Ooh, Nexus first in. Nexus first in, 4-player map. Big one, too. Let's see what our guy Shinee can scout out. Or take human augmentation and live on even footing with the machines. Don't they... Isn't the... Like, the Earth in the Matrix is kind of a hellscape? Right? The skies are scorched. You don't get the sun. You have to live underground. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. There are just layers to the Matrix, says Ultra. Well, that's not good. Nexus First is really happening right now. Factory coming in. He's like, okay, so this is the build that can kill me. We just got to make sure that the Terran player doesn't scout it in time to respond properly, and he's gonna scout it in time to respond properly. Really, the only way to handle this is Dragoons. So let's go ahead and get a Cyber Core immediately. Great job. Cyber Core, gas, Dragoon production needs to start right now. Call Me Max says... doesn't want to eat the garbage slot that they eat on the Nebuchadnezzar, the ship in the Matrix. Fair enough. Doesn't look like good. Good food, does it? If you can only play Brood War outside the Matrix. Ooh, now it's getting tougher, Forza. Yeah, J-Dot, I'm not sure there's a single human augmentation story in fiction that doesn't result in massive inequality in society along with it. If you're cyberpunk and your story is set in a world where people can augment and improve themselves,